Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are unboxing and taking a look at Messages from the Ancestors. This Oracle deck is by Dr. Stephen Farmer. It is a fairly new release and it's published by Hierophant Publishing, retailing for $24.99. The back says your lineage reaches back to the very dawn of human existence, and all ancestor spirits, whether primordial, prehistoric, or archetypal, have gifts to share. Now, in this beautiful set of 44 Oracle cards, Dr. Stephen Farmer has given you the keys to tapping into the community of wisdom keepers, allowing you to uncover the answers to life's questions in the light of their collective experience and insight. The accompanying guidebook offers easy-to-follow instructions and in-depth descriptions of each ancestor card, as well as direct messages from those powerful teachers. With these cards as your guide, you can begin to cultivate a greater awareness of your relationship with those who have come before and connect with their enduring teachings. All right. I like this type of a tuck box with the little thumb holder there because it's easier to wiggle it out. Okay. Ooh, looks vibrant. Alrighty. Nice. Let's just take a look if there's anything. Oh, yay! We get page numbers on the table of contents for every card, it looks like. Okay, so it is grouped. We have, let's see, expanded meanings of the cards. So, Master Ancestor DNA. Then we have Primordial Ancestors, Prehistoric, Archetypal. Nice. And that's it. All right. Just wanted to see if there was anything pertinent, and I don't. Oh, we do have some spreads. That's another good thing to look at. Contemplation, landscape, timeline, across, and relationship. All right, we'll go a little bit deeper with the guidebook after we flip through the cards. Oh, another little sleeve. All right. Interesting. Very basic, but you know what you're getting into. Has a slight gloss to it. Let's just take a look at the cardstock. It's a little bit on the thinner side. It is flexible, but it's not snapping back. So we'll see. I'm sure it shuffles just fine, but we'll see. Performer. So I like a little word up there, that's fun. And then we have the title of the card down there. I like that it looks handmade too, like someone took the time, lovingly created. No borders either. Oh. Pretty. I like the different art styles throughout this. This is fun. Cute. The little butterfly. I love this. A little bird. Oh my gosh. So my initial instinct and thought when I saw this, Nicolas Cage and then Hugh Jackman all rolled into one. Those are the first two that came into mind. And I'm not laughing at the art. I'm laughing at the audacity of my brain to insert Nicolas Cage into this. I really like the mixture that's going on here. Ooh, that's really cool. I love that. The colors are fun. The art is fun. It's interesting. Every single card is different. It feels very gentle and very loving. Ooh, wow. Oh, I love that too. Oh, you have like different seasons up here in the tree. That's fun. It's a very interesting deck. Oh, I love allocations. Very fun deck. Ooh. That's cool. I feel like there are going to be a lot of different ways to use this deck. I'm very interested in the guidebook. Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. Boundaries. I like that on these you can see that it was done on canvas. If you get really close to it. That's so neat. All right, and our last card. Okay, let's see how this shuffles. Yep, don't have an issue. They're not sticking. They're flexible. Yeah. Okay, we're going to read for the storyteller. So let's go to our handy dandy table of contents. Sorry, Blues Clues. Page 143. Here we go. Imagination. Storytelling has existed for as long as humans have populated the planet. Before the written word, storytelling was how information, cultural values, and history were passed along. The gift of storyteller was to convey these tales inspired by imagination and infused with emotion and drama so that the listener would be deeply affected. Although these stories may not have necessarily been quote unquote true in the usual sense, they were soul stories, allegories, and metaphors that offered adventure, tragedy, comedy, danger, rebirth, and redemption. And the listener could infer from the narrative something about his or her own life. There are a few common themes in storytelling, such as conquering the monster, death and rebirth, rags to riches, and going on a quest. One of the most common is the hero's journey, where an innocent is called to adventure yet is ill-prepared, faces the monster yet is unable to conquer it, returns to receive counsel from a wise one, goes back to face the monster and finds it is no longer as scary as it once seemed. By courageously confronting it, the monster diminishes in size and power. These themes and others are in our collective consciousness, and they are played out in our lives in various ways. Listening to tales with these big themes sparks our imagination and helps us understand that we are not alone in our own stories. The calling for you now is to seek and listen closely to stories, ones that have meaning and depth, ones that speak to your heart and soul. You will find these tales in books, movies, your daily life, and the fertile grounds of your imagination. You'll also discover amazing stories by asking others about their lives and experiences. When another person opens up and shares their story, be sure to listen attentively with sincere interest and without judgment. Practice making up stories of your own by drawing upon your imagination, especially if there are young children that are willing to not only listen, but also participate in the storytelling. You no doubt have many untold stories about your life as well, and drawing this ancestor card indicates that it's time to communicate your personal story. Sharing stories is a way to connect with others and enrich everyone's experience. We cannot live multiple lives, but we can learn from others throughout their stories, and they can learn from us as well. All right. I think this is fun. I think there is... Okay, so let's just quickly look at how to use these cards. You'll find that these are easy to use, whether you're a novice or an experienced reader. They'll guide you in giving accurate readings for yourself and others, bringing forth that inner pre-conscious knowing, often experienced as a resonance with the card's message. They'll provide insights into previously submerged thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and offer a glimpse into the possible direction of relationships, careers, finances, health, and other areas. Moreover, these insights can help you alter your thoughts and beliefs so you can make choices that are more congruent and consistent with your soul's purpose. Seeking the counsel of the ancestors will not only help you align with your life and your soul's purpose, but also allow you to honor the ancestors by making regular contact with them. When you do employ the cards, it brings a greater awareness of your connection and your relationship with those who have come before, and you will begin to appreciate their love for those still living with a physical existence. Let's see. Each card has an image of an ancestor and one or two words that are congruent with a particular ancestor's authority. When working with, take some time to meditate on the image, the ancestor's title, and the message. Pay attention to what comes to you when doing so, whether that's through sensations in your body, images in your mind's eye, or knowing from your inner voice. They might not immediately make sense to you. Don't force it or analyze. Just note the feeling or intuition that it triggers and record in your journal. Let's see. When you're doing a reading with more than one card, there may be a mixture of combination of the four types of ancestors. Together they will form a cohesive message. Or you can call upon the appropriate elder when you need help with a particular problem. Awesome. So anywho, to repeat, I really like the imagery. I really like the archetypes. I like the concept. I like the gentleness of it. I like that you can use these however you want. A daily pull, journal, ancestor work, even spiritual guide work. I think this would be beneficial for a beginner starting out or whatever level you are. I think there is versatility in this deck, which I love versatility. So it's very simple but poignant, and I'm really liking the cards. Goodness, tripping over my words. So now I throw it to you. What do you guys think about this deck? Is it something you think you will use? If it's something you think you would benefit from? If it's one of the decks you already own, let me know that too. Alrighty, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. And don't forget to check out the description box where I will link everywhere that you can legitimately purchase this deck. And you'll find my link tree there as well, where you can find me on all of my socials, as well as my Etsy shop where I do private readings. All right, thanks again, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.